When an edit is about to finish, you see a nice logo animation at the end. You probably wonder, how the hell did they even make that? I mean, it's common among editors who makes transition, Candy, Mographs, AMV, or any other editing style. You always see at least one icon or a piece of text appearing at the end or even at the beginning of the edit. Maybe they want to look unique and stand out from the crowd. But if you don't know how to make one, then this video is for you, because I'm not just going to explain the basics. I am going to explain the structure and how each element work together to turn the logo you've been imagining for days into reality. Now let's dive in. I took inspiration from a few ideas from this video. Link in the description if you want further knowledge. But what I picked from this video is that editing is not hard, it's technical. It's hard because you have too much freedom. When you want to make a logo for yourself, the first thing that comes to mind is, where do you even start? Should I rotate it, scale it, apply effects, and hope something works? I mean, look at this. It's an aeroplane cockpit. That's why planning matters. But how do you plan? You just force your brain and wait for an idea to just pop out. No, you consume, ideation, watch tons of logo animations, not doom scroll, but analyze common patterns. By the time you consume up to 10, 15, 20 animations, you recognize common arrangement. For example, most logo animations begins with a logo forming, appearing, revealing itself, or materializing. You will also see that some may glitch or shake or change color as it's building up. Once it's done, it ends by reversing the animation. That's the idea. And by studying this pattern, creating logo animation becomes a breeze. Okay, that was a lot of talk. Let's apply it on A. So the first trick is shape animation. For us to create a shape, we need to convert this pixel-based layer into a vector-based layer. So we draw it using either the shape tool or pen tool. I'm going to use a snowflake because I like snowflakes. This will take a while, so let me fast forward through it. It may not look exactly the same, but it's still a snowflake with a slightly different pattern. Now, first of all, create a revealing animation. But how exactly do we go about it? Should we just create a fade animation? No, it looks like old school, like a PowerPoint animation. Instead, use trim paths. This is one of the most fundamental techniques when animating logos or text. So I'm going to create a keyframe for the start property. Move some frames forward. It depends on whether you want it to be fast or slow, but I want it fast. So now do the same thing for the inner star. Now for the circle, I could use a trim path, but let's do something different. Let's make a bounce animation. So follow exactly what I'm doing, because this is try and error. I might make a mistake or I might need some, adjustment. So just follow what I'm doing, and then you can copy or can just guess the values. So now for the next shape, or I don't know what this is called. What is it called? Is it stand? How do we animate this? No, well, let's use the trim part because I don't have any other options. Now we're going to create a bounce animation for is it the leaf? So now we're going to reduce the duration of the layer for the reverse animation. So pre-compose it. Duplicate the layer. Enable time remapping. Then switch the position of both keyframes. Next, I want to make it glitchy. So now I'm going to create a solid. This will serve as a glitch map. So I made a preset. So you have to pause and copy right here. If you want to copy those settings, or if you have any other glitch map settings, you can use that as well. Or if you want to use plugins like the BCC, cross glitch or anything, yeah, I'm not stopping you, can do that as well. What I want to do is just make a cross glitch. So I'll need to create a displacement map, and you see this is a cross glitch. So I have to delete this and create an adjustment layer if you want the effect to apply on both the two layers. So now let's animate it by creating a keyframe. It looks like all this. Is it one frame now? One frame effect. Now let's add another one. Let's do the same process. So pause and copy the settings if you want to. Okay, it looks like this. It's still not enough, So what I'm going to do is create a pattern using the shape layer. So I'm just going to experiment and create some circle, star shape patterns, and use the repeater property to repeat it till it fills the entire composition. This is completely optional, you don't have to do it. Like, if you are satisfied with how it looks, how glitchy it looks, you can skip this. But for me, I want more glitch. So here's the result. Now I'm going to add another glitch map using the gradients ramp and post. It's still not enough. I want more. I want more glitch. I want more glitch effects. So I'm going to create a gradient ramp and posterize effect and keyframe it using the displacement map. Here's how it looks, but I'm still not satisfied. So let's try something else.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on.
So I'm going to duplicate the pattern layer and mask the layer, and it's like a box or something. Like, it's still a framer effect, but I just want it to look more, I just want more glitch. That's just okay. I think I'm okay with this for now. Now let's create a fast shake animation. There are several ways to create a shake animation. If you have plugins, use maybe Sapphire, Twitch. If you have presets, scripts, expressions, templates, use that as well. But I'm going to use the Twitch effect and play with some settings. If you don't have Twitch, you can use Sapphire. If you don't have Sapphire, well, just copy this. Throughout the video, I've just been experimenting rather than making decisions, because you won't know how it will turn out in the end, except if you've mastered it. So I'm going to skip this. Besides, you don't have to use Twitch. You can use any method to create a fast but noticeable shake. Not too aggressive, but quick. So here's the final result. I added a zoom animation using a null object and a glue effect. So the project file is in the description if you want the final result. But I strongly suggest that instead of exporting it and using it as your own, you could just add one or two things, tweak a few settings, change color or add more framer effects, or make something like a vertical shape animation instead of horizontal. The possibilities are endless. Okay, now let's do another method. If you want to reveal a pixel based layer, how do you go about it? It isn't a shape layer, so there's no trim path property here. Should I feed it again? No! Create a solid layer. Why? Because I want to use this layer as a matte. Apply effect on that matte. Use that same matte to control the visibility on the pixel base layer by setting it to a luma matte. Does that make sense? Start by searching for an effect called circle. Create a keyframe for the radius. Then move some frames forward depending on how fast you want the animation to be, and increase the value till it fills the entire composition. Increase the feather to your liking. Now search for an effect called fractal noise. Change the fractal type to turbulent smooth, noise type to spline, increase the contrast to like 300, reduce the brightness to like -15, animate the evolution property from 0 to a cycle. Set the blend mode from normal to overlay, and reduce the radius more like -100. We are not done yet. Add one more effect, curves, and drag this, what is it called? Drag it down. Yeah, so this is an alpha matte layer, and we are going to use this to control the visibility for the layer below. So set this layer as a luma matte. You see this? You see how it looks? If I set it as an alpha matte, it looks okay, but it's not as revealing as the luma matte. So we're going to repeat the same pattern. Remember, the reverse animation, glitch or one frame effects, shake and zoom animation, colorings, glow is optional, or you can even add other things like turbulence displays to give it more movement or more warpness. RGB, let's add some RGB. So I'm going to duplicate this 3 times and rename each of them red, green and blue like this. And then we need to give each of them their distinctive colors. Search for channel mix. You know what? Let me try another effect. Set channels. Okay, I give up. What about fill? You know what? Let me do what I know. So set their colors and the blending mode to add. Okay, set the blending mode to add and make a wiggle animation. But reduce the amount. It's too much. Now it looks clean. Okay, now let's finish this up with one frame, glitch, shake, zoom animation and glow. So see you guys in like an eternity later.
1 eternity later.
So this is the final animation. Don't worry, the project file is in the description. Like I said, experiment and try different things. NGL, I kind of preferred the previous logo animation because this one looks rushed. So that concludes today's tutorial. Thank you so much for your time, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and engage so YouTube can push it to a larger audience. Thanks for watching and God bless.